On the seventh day of the war, Bhisma arranged the Kaurava army in a deadly circular formation. Duryodhana, feeling refreshed from a good night's sleep, arrived on the battlefield with his brothers, filled with enthusiasm. Following Yudhishthira's command, Drishtadyumna organized the Pandava army into a diamond-shaped formation. As the sun rose, both armies charged toward each other, ready for battle. The fighting soon became intense, with various warriors locking into single combat. Drona clashed with Virata, Asvatha fought Sikandi, Duryodhana faced Drishtadyumna, Salya battled the twins, Vinda and Anuvinda fought Yudamanyu, Kritavarma fought Bhimasena, and Abhimanyu took on Dasasana. Elsewhere, Bhagadatta battled Gatotthakesha, Alambasa fought Satyaki, Bhurasrava faced Chekatana, and Kripacharya fought Yudhishthira. Meanwhile, many Kaurava warriors, assisted by the Trigardas, came together to attack Arjuna. Arjuna, sensing the danger, turned to Sri Krishna and said, "They're coming at me all at once. We should stop them now." With that, he launched the powerful divine weapon, Indrastra. The missile struck like a hurricane, leaving the battlefield littered with wrecked chariots, fallen elephants, dead horses, and countless soldiers. Panic spread through the Kaurava army, and they retreated, seeking Bhisma's protection. Seeing this, Duryodhana quickly gathered his forces to assist Bhisma, who then advanced toward Arjuna. Elsewhere, Drona and Virata fought fiercely. Drona broke Virata's bow and knocked down his flag. Virata responded by striking Drona with an arrow and attacking his horses, causing chaos in Drona's chariot. Drona climbed into the chariot of his son Asvatha, and together they wrecked Virata's chariot. Virata, undeterred, jumped into the chariot of his own son, and the father-son duo continued fighting Drona and Asvatha. In a moment of rage, Drona shot a deadly arrow at Sanku, Virata's son, piercing his chest and killing him instantly. This sent waves of terror through the Pandava forces. Sikandi then entered the fray, targeting Asvatha and hitting him with 3 arrows. Furious, Asvatha retaliated by killing Sikandi's charioteer and destroying his horses and chariot. Unfazed, Sikandi stood his ground, sword and shield in hand. However, Asvatha swiftly shattered both with precise arrows. Just in time, Satyaki arrived, rescuing the unarmed Sikandi and bringing him onto his chariot. In another part of the battlefield, Drishtadyumna launched a fierce attack on Duryodhana, breaking his bow, killing his charioteer, and striking him with a powerful arrow. Enraged, Duryodhana charged at Drishtadyumna with his sword and shield, but Sakuni intervened, pulling him away in his chariot before further harm could be done. Meanwhile, Alambasa was locked in a fierce battle with Satyaki, who unleashed the mighty Indrastra against him. Overwhelmed with fear, Alambasa fled, and Satyaki roared triumphantly like a lion, boosting the morale of the Pandava forces. Bhima also fought valiantly, defeating Kritavarma and destroying his chariot, horses, and charioteer. Forced to retreat, Kritavarma climbed into another chariot, continuing the chaotic battle. Somadatta, along with Vinda and Anuvinda, faced defeat at the hands of Yudamanyu, who fought valiantly. Meanwhile, Bhagadatta fought fiercely against Gatotthakesha, but Gatotthakesha managed to severely injure Bhagadatta's elephant. The beast, overwhelmed by pain, fled the battlefield uncontrollably. Salya, the king of Madra, engaged in battle with the twins, Nakula and Sahadeva. At first, Salya successfully destroyed Nakula's chariot, but Sahadeva retaliated with ferocity. Struck by Sahadeva's attack, Salya fainted and fell unconscious in his chariot. His charioteer quickly drove him away from the battlefield. Nakula and Sahadeva celebrated their victory by blowing their conches in triumph. Yudhishthira faced Srutayu, who bravely struck him 9 times in the chest. Enraged, Yudhishthira destroyed Srutayu's chariot, killed his horses and charioteer, forcing Srutayu to flee to save his life. Kripa, battling Chekatana, lost both his chariot and charioteer. Unfazed, Kripa continued the fight on foot, wielding a sword and shield. Chekatana, equally determined, leapt from his chariot to engage Kripa in a sword fight. The two fought bravely, but eventually both collapsed, unconscious from exhaustion. Seeing this, Sakuni from the Kaurava side and Satyaki from the Pandava side rushed in to rescue Kripa and Chekatana, taking them away for medical aid. Abhimanyu, despite being alone, bravely fought against the Kaurava princes. Bhisma, along with several Kaurava warriors, advanced to attack Abhimanyu. Observing this, Arjuna said to Krishna, "Look at Bhisma and the Kaurava princes ganging up on a mere boy." Abhimanyu is holding back, not wanting to kill them because of Bhima's vow. "We must go and help." Krishna quickly steered the chariot toward the battlefield where Abhimanyu was fighting. As Arjuna arrived, the Kaurava forces shifted their focus to him, sparking an intense battle. The Trigarta warriors charged at Arjuna, but he swiftly eliminated 32 of them with just 64 arrows. At this point, Sikandi joined the battle and directly attacked Bhisma. However, Bhisma refused to retaliate against Sikandi. Seeing this, Salya intervened and unleashed a fire arrow to protect Bhisma. Salya launched a fiery missile at Sikandi, but Sikandi quickly countered with a water missile, neutralizing the attack. Bhisma, also known as Ganga, struck down Yudhishthira's flag and broke his bow, signaling victory by blowing his conch. Meanwhile, Bhima leapt from his chariot and charged straight at Duryodhana. However, Jayadratha intervened and engaged Bhima in battle. In a surge of rage, Bhima hurled his massive iron mace into the air. As it spun wildly, the soldiers scattered in fear, unsure where it would land. As the epic poet put it, "Even on a battlefield, where men are ready to die, life remains precious." Bhisma then destroyed Yudhishthira's chariot, killing the horses and the charioteer. Nakula quickly rescued Yudhishthira, helping him onto his own chariot. The chaotic battle raged on until sunset, when Bhisma called for a halt to the fighting. Both armies returned to their camps for the night. Later, Dhritarashtra, the blind king, spoke to Sanjaya, his charioteer and narrator, with frustration. "You seem to be telling me only of the Pandavas' victories. Why do I not hear about our successes?" Sanjaya replied, "O king, it is the duty of a messenger to speak the truth, no matter how bitter or difficult it may be." Dhritarashtra sighed heavily, filled with despair.